Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Kapha Dosha Nutrition Talk. Today, we are just going to do a deep dive on foods that you should avoid and foods that you should consume in order to balance your Kapha Dosha. If you're unsure about your dosha or where you're high or low in your dosha, then you can go ahead and take a free dosha test, and whatever number you're high in is one we want to bring down, and whatever number you're low in we want to bring up so we can find balance in tridoshic energy within our bodies. And really, we're born tridoshic. It just changes based on our habits and our lifestyle and all these things, where we start to kind of fluctuate up and down on different ones. This is part of our YouTube members only and Patreon members whole series. So there's for all three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, there's a nutrition talk, a guided meditation, and a yoga class that can help balance and support that dosha. So with all of that said, today we're going to deep dive into our nutrition. It'll be a real quick talk, and let's get into it. So Kapha types of energy characteristics that come off as imbalanced can be characterized as heaviness, sluggishness, coolness, kind of like very stable, like not wanting to do much. So the goal of Kapha balancing is to lighten and warm and energize the mind and the body. So we're going to first dive into foods to eat. So you can follow the list above and take notes if you need to. So for grains and legumes, we have barley, quinoa, buckwheat, rye, buckwheat and rye, brown rice sparingly, so not too much of it, lentils, mung beans, azuki beans, split peas, and try to avoid any heavy grains like oats or wheat if you're feeling really sluggish. For vegetables, we want light and astringent and kind of like bitter vegetables. So broccoli, kale, spinach, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. We want asparagus, celery, radish, beets, peppers, leafy greens. Limit your intake of root vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, and carrots. That will increase heaviness and density in your body. For fruits, in moderation, we want apples, pears, berries, pomegranates, cherries, and cranberries. And avoid very sweet, juicy fruits like bananas, mangoes, and melons. For spices and herbs, we have ginger, black pepper, cayenne, cinnamon, turmeric, cumin, mustard seed, clove, and cardamom. So this all will stimulate digestion and circulation and is essential for balancing Kapha dosha. For proteins, we want legumes, light dairy like goat cheese, small amounts of yogurt with spices, lean meats like chicken, turkey, and fish. Oils, we have here a list of oils according to Ayurveda: mustard oil, flaxseed oil, sunflower oil, or ghee in moderation. Outside of Ayurveda, I always recommend avoiding seed oils as a whole. You can do your own research on seed oils. I recommend using olive oil is like my top one. I kind of advise everyone, but the olive oil might be a bit heavy and dense for Kapha dosha, and I also recommend butter and ghee, which also can be dense for Kapha dosha. So just be mindful with how much oil you're using, and if possible, try to avoid the seed oils entirely. For beverages, we want warm water and herbal teas with ginger, cinnamon, tulsi, or cloves. Avoid cold drinks and excessive liquids with meals. So that's really all the things we want to consume, with a little weave of some things to avoid. Now we're going to dive into just straight things to avoid. For grains, you want to avoid white rice, oats, wheat, and heavy bread or pasta, which most of the time like attracts like. So if you're very high Kapha Dosha, you're probably very drawn to pasta meals like Italian and rice meals and all of that. So that's something we want to limit the intake of. Unfortunately, so sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but just be mindful with the intake of that. For dairy, we want to avoid cold milk, cheese, ice cream, buttercream, all increases mucus in your body and sluggishness. So this is why butter isn't the best option to cook with. Also, again, like attracts like. So this is probably a list of things that you really wish you could have. Again, everything in moderation. Avoid fruits like bananas, oranges, avocados, melons, pineapples, coconuts. They're too sweet or oily. We have for vegetables, avoid cucumbers, zucchini, pumpkin, and overly watery vegetables. For proteins, you want to avoid red meat, pork, and fried foods. I think the most obvious one is to avoid fried foods, but the heavier meats create more density in the body, so that's why eating the lighter meats are a better option. Fats and sweets you want to avoid. Again, fried foods, heavy oils like sesame. Oh, coconut is a heavy oil. Pastries, processed food, excess sugar or salt. For beverages, we want to avoid cold drinks, smoothies, iced coffee, and alcohol, especially beer. Yes, all the things to avoid. So really, for a Kapha diet lifestyle, just a few tips to throw in here at the end. Eat the largest meal at midday when digestion is your strongest. Skip breakfast if you're not hungry. Fast lightly or eat one light meal a day if feeling congested or heavy. It's actually what I've been doing lately, and it's making me feel so much better. Exercise daily. Movement helps digest Kapha's heaviness, and enjoy stimulating warm teas throughout the day. So just a little bit about me. Last time I did my doshic test, I was high Vata, which I'm always high Vata, and I was high in Kapha as well. I was actually off by like one number. And I can definitely feel that density, sluggishness, and heaviness in my body. And I have started eating basically just one meal a day. And I'm starting to feel that lightness come. I'm making myself do a more consistent workout routine with higher cardio than I normally do. Also, alcohol intake, so trying to reduce that as well. That will help with, this is just me physically, what I'm going through right now. So there can be a time where you have like two doshas that are both really high. And then we want basically the qualities of the one that's the lowest to come up. So we want to take on the diet, the energy, the lifestyle of that dosha, so we can bring the other two down. So this is just a little bit of a diet, nutrition talk and tips. I hope it helps you if you take that free test and you're very high in Kapha Dosha. So yeah, if this video helped you, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all the wonderful things. And I will see you all very soon in another video. If this is beneficial for you and you want to go deeper and do a guided meditation around Kapha Dosha, you want to do a yoga class to support Kapha Dosha, these are all things that are available on Patreon members only and YouTube members only, starting on the Roots and Rituals. It's $11 a month. You can just pay for 1 month, $11, get access to all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos and check them out depending on where you're at a balance. I'm only posting a few free videos out here, so go check it out. It's a one-time. You can cancel it anytime for either membership, whether you join on Patreon or on YouTube. And go see the class, go take the guided meditation, see if it helps bring more balance and restoration to your body. With that all said, I will see you all very soon. Hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.